So wait, Cardi said it's disgusting on who's messing with a white man?
Back to our dollhouse. I'm Miss. I'm a wife, a mother, a proud member, part of the IR community faction known as BWWM. All other factions are welcome.
So
However, for this
today's
dollhouse is
house
specifically for
meeting,
us.
we're going to be discussing this new diss track that the artist Cardi B done to Bia. So it comes across like she's just slightly throwing shade to Bia, but if you really dig in the lyrics deep, she's really throwing shade at those of us who are part of the IR community faction BWWM because she took a non-subtle diss towards Bia's mom, essentially calling her mom a bedwench. And I believe Bia's mom is like a medium light skin tone, and her dad is Italian, who's classified as white. So if she can go after Bia, what does that say about Nicolandria? Alandria being a very melanated woman and Nick being a Caucasian man. Now, if you pull up Cardi B's old tweets, you will see that she had some disparaging, not so nice words to say about very melanated women who identify as black. So this was just so distasteful. I get she said Bia brought up her daughter or her child before. Um, but Bia kept it personal to you. This diss track sound like you were trying to purposely make it hit those of us who stand proud in the IR community, faction BWWM. We as the audience, we know Bia's mom is a black woman, a black identified woman, and you wanted to be very known that she had a intimate relationship with a Caucasian man, and you, in your own words, you say that's disgusting. Hmm. Do Cardi B not know that Mexican women and black men that she seems to only be able to pull, no pun intended. Does she not know that if it wasn't for black identified women like Mildred Levin with Caucasian men like Richard Levin, she wouldn't be able to even travel into the South. I believe one of her home is in Miami, which is considered the South, duh. So she wouldn't even be able to travel to the South and be legally married in her relationship. But then again, these monochrome, well, can I even call her a monochrome exotical? Or is she just like a bunny hopper? I don't know. I don't know what her true racial identity is. Um, but bunny hoppers, monochrome exoticals or not, these monochrome women think the same way. And this is exactly why our dollhouse exists. Um, these monochrome women, they tend to have this animosity towards us. Another thing that she said about Bia was like, I hate when a light skinned girl thinks she's cute. So why would her being light skinned, she automatically have to think that she's cute? Does she have to like that's just weird. That was weird combination. Um, Basically brought up her father being Italian. It was just really weird. But that goes to show that if she have an animosity towards Bia, what is that saying about the Nicolandria? She's probably seen Nicolandria fame go everywhere, and people like Armaya, you know, who also claim to be Latina or Afro Latina, depending who they talk to, or what kind of scandal they're trying to get out of, you know the type, right? Yeah. So I believe Cardi B, and this is all alleged, my dear, but I believe that she probably heard of Nicolandria, and maybe it irks her of their fame and how Olandria is just getting all this type of notoriety because she's linked to an aesthetically attractive Caucasian man. Meanwhile, knows that Nicolandria can break the internet if they were to come out and even say that they're engaged. The engagement would be on Nicolandria. So it probably just kind of irks her seeing them always pop up on her timeline. Meanwhile, she's going through a very messy, loud divorce in front of our eyes. And I've listened to her album. There's some songs that like it's very gut crunch, like, that's like, oh, that's so sad. Um, but I don't know who cleared this track that she had with like the diss with Bia. It was not good at all. And going after Bia's racial makeup is very tacky. And especially coming after the IR community faction BWWM, that's extremely tacky. And I don't bring up Nicolandria name just to bring up Nicolandria name. I'm just feeding off of energy. And like I said, this is all alleged, but I'm feeding off of an energy right now. I just feel like she knows that Nicolandria and interracial relationship between black women and white men is just so powerful these days more than ever. And it irks a lot of these monochrome women, whether they're exotical or not. Myrtle. Hey, Myrtle. She's probably tuning in right now. Hey, Myrtle. Even Myrtle, who talks about decentering men, she constantly, and I do mean constantly, bring up about our WPs. And it goes to show that it doesn't matter if these women are quote unquote mixed themselves or want to be in interracial, interethnic relationship, even if we're the ones that give them the ability to continue on with these relationships. Because let it be known, if it wasn't beneficial for a Caucasian man, you wouldn't be able to be in those relationships. And that's the dead honest truth. So we seeing a lot of these women lash out towards our community more and more. And this is exactly why the dollhouse exists, to expose these group of women and also move with our money and place it elsewhere. There's other artists out there that we can support, that support our community and not have an animosity towards our community. So just keep that in mind, dolls, okay? And yeah, until next time, meeting is adjourned. Much for tuning in to our dollhouse. Mwah. Till next time. Feel free to drop your comments down below in our dollhouse mailbox. If you have another house meeting topic that you would like us to go over, or you enjoy this house meeting topic and you want to add to it by just leaving a comment, feel free to do just that by dropping your comments down below in our dollhouse mailbox. Before we close this house meeting, may we all please stand to recite our daily affirmation. We are worthy sisterhood of Mu Sigma Zeta. We stand proudly in the IR community. We receive abundance daily. We are irresistibly desirable always. We love outwards and receive love inwards. We do not decenter from men. However, strategize to get ring on finger from them. We receive all universe blessings. Our swirler pretty privilege. Open all possible doors. So it be. Say I. Sling, 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 sling. And remember, they're pretty too. But we're swirler pretty. Like and subscribe. Later, Slayers.